Do you know who Qaron was? Qaron was the son of Moses' uncle Yasser. He was a very handsome man. That is why people used to call it Munawwar, inspired by its beauty. At the same time, he also had the perfection that he was a great scholar of Torah among the Israelites and a very sociable and ethical person. And people respected him very much. But as soon as a lot of wealth came into his hands, his circumstances suddenly changed. And like a Samaritan, he became a hypocrite, and became arrogant of the highest order. When the command of zakah was revealed, he made a covenant before Moses that he would be 1,000 of all his possessions. He will take out a share of zakah, but when he calculates the wealth, a huge amount of zakat came out. Seeing this, the ghost of greed and misery suddenly came upon him and not only denied zakat. In fact, he generally deceived the Israelites that Moses wanted to take away your wealth on this pretext. Even in order to turn the people away from the prophet Moses, peace be upon him, this evil man used this dirty and disgusting trick. That he persuaded a woman to accuse you of adultery by giving her too much wealth. So at the same time when Moses, peace be upon him, was preaching, Qaron interrupted you that you had committed adultery with a Philistine woman. Moses, peace be upon him, said, bring this woman before me, so the woman was called. Then Moses, peace be upon him, said, O woman, by Allah, who tore the river for the children of Israel, and he saved Pharaoh by crossing the river with peace and security. Tell the truth, what is the incident? The woman began to tremble because of the glory of Hazrat Musa, peace be upon him, and she said clearly in public, that, O Prophet of Allah Almighty, I have been induced by Qaron to slander you by giving me great wealth. At that time Hazrat Musa, peace be upon him, became overwhelmed and fell down in prostration in gratitude, and while resuming his prostration he prayed this dua. O God, send down your wrath on Qaron. Then he said to the congregation that whoever is the companion of Qaron, he should stay with Qaron, and whoever is my companion should separate from Qaron. So all the children of Israel separated from Qaron, except 2 evil ones. Then Hazrat Musa, peace be upon him, ordered the earth. O earth, if you catch him, Qaron sinks to the ground up to his knees. Then he said the same to the ground again, so he sank into the ground up to his waist. Seeing this, Qaron started crying and bawling and started giving the link of kinship, but he did not say anything, until he sank right into the ground. 2 evil men who were companions of Qaron said to the people that Hazrat Musa, peace be upon him, had sunk Qaron in order to take possession of Qaron's house and his treasures. So he prayed to Allah that Qaron's house and treasure should also sink into the ground. So Qaron's house, which was made of gold, and all its treasures all sank into the ground. The treasure of the Qaron. Listen to it in the language of the Quran. Allah Ta'ala says that we had given so many treasures to Qaron that the keys of those treasures could hardly be lifted by a strong and powerful party. The advice of Hazrat Musa, peace be upon him, the advice that Hazrat Musa, peace be upon him, gave to Qaron is that which has been described in the Holy Quran. Hearing this benevolent advice, Qaron became an enemy of Hazrat Musa, peace be upon him. Consider how sincere and how sweet is the advice that Hazrat Musa, peace be upon him, along with the entire nation, kept telling Qaron that. Translation: when his people said to him, don't take it down. Surely Allah does not like those who take it down and ask for the home of the hereafter from the wealth that Allah has given you, and do not forget your share in this world and do good as Allah has done good to you. Do not want corruption in the land. Qaron, proud of his wealth, rejected this sincere advice. And Qub bin Sunar came in front of the nation with arrogance and pride. And he began to abuse and harass Hazrat Musa, peace be upon him. What was the result? Listen to it in the language of the Quran and keep trembling with the fear of God. Allahu Akbar. Qaron sank into the ground. Translation: so we sunk him and his house into the earth, so he had no party to help him save him from Allah, nor could he take revenge. This tragic incident teaches us that if Allah Almighty gives us wealth, then it is obligatory to pay zakat on our wealth. And don't be arrogant and boastful about your wealth. Thank for your time. Don't forget to subscribe and give a like.